Trojan family, Trojan gang. It's your boy Carter, and I'm back with another one, man. And I know you probably hear the birds chirping in the background. I'm at work, but I just had to talk to y'all for a minute, man. And USC just landed an expert prediction for Rider Lions, right? USC just landed an expert prediction crystal ball for Rider Lions. Before that, the last expert prediction was Albert Hill, the DB out of Ohio. I know y'all all heard Rider Lions, Lincoln Riley, USC been recruiting him since he was a pup, right? Now, I'm bringing y'all this video about Rider Lions, the prediction, the crystal ball, and all that because it's just getting ridiculous right now with USC. Just like my boy Zulu said on Twitter, man, it's a massacre right now. It's a massacre right now, right? And this has got to be talked about. If we land Albert Hill and Rider Lions, people is gonna have a fit, right? People is gonna have a fit, and they're complaining about the start. They're complaining about USC is gonna start before they even start winning the games, right? Because if USC lands Rider Lions a 5-star, and Albert Hill, who on some, I think on Rival, he's a 5-star, top cornerback in Ohio, right? This class is getting ridiculous, right? This class is getting historical. I said this months ago, right? That this class could be historical, a historical grade class. And I said that with confidence, but right now I'm saying it with it's a sure thing. This class is gonna be epic. It's gonna be one that we always remember. Now we gonna remember it for the greatness it produced on the field, or they didn't live up to expectation. But we gonna remember this class, right? This will add 2 dynamics quarterback, even though we know Rider Lions really gonna be 27 class, right? When he gonna be on campus, right? 2 dynamic quarterbacks, otherworldly talent, both fit the system. It's a win-win. Out of them 2, one of them is bound to pan out. Jonas Williams and Rider Lions both ain't gonna be no bust, right? So with that commitment, we got multiple quarterbacks for the future, right? Longstreet, Jonas, and Rider, right? We get this commitment. We set at quarterback, gonna let them battle out. The best one gonna win. We gonna be set at quarterback, right? Hold on, now they riding dirt bikes around here, getting a little bit too noisy, right? But either way, right? This class is just getting sick. We already got an elite DB class, right? We already got an elite DB class with RJ Shermans, Brandon Lockhart, Joshua Holland, Madden Reardon. It's really a no-fly zone. It's getting historicals on different units. The DB, we get this commitment. The DB class is historical with the commitments we got at DB. The offensive line class, just on quantity, gonna be historical. It look like we taking 7 to 8 offensive linemen. Defensive line, the same thing. We trying to take as many as we can. So the DB position, the offensive line position, and now the quarterback position, if we get Rider Lions in there with Jonas, it's all elite. It's all historical. We really gonna see the value of this coaching staff. Now, I believe this coaching staff is elite. You get this coaching staff elite talent, dynasty is on the way. And I'm not saying this as Carter Sports right now. I'm not saying this as a USC fan. I'm just saying this as a football fan and just loving college football. The talent that USC amassing, especially if they get Albert Hill to commit and Rider Lions on top of what we got right now, it's a massacre. It's ridiculous. We winning almost every damn recruiting battle, right? We damn near winning every damn recruiting battle. On top of that, flipping people, right? So it's like man, I don't know what to say no more. It's a positive thing. Like, we going historical. And don't let us win 9 to 10 games, Brody. Don't let us win 9 to 10 games. It's over. This recruiting class gonna have 35 kids. We gonna have to turn some kids down. USC gonna get back to the point where we gonna have to turn some kids down, right? And what y'all don't realize is that if USC get back to their old ways, USC will be even a stronger recruiting power than it was back in Pete Carroll days. That's what I'm gonna leave y'all with. We seen the recruiting Pete Carroll and them did, and how we was a recruiting power. Today, USC in today's world has more. It has more potential than even that, because now USC got the social media to woo you. Now USC can woo you from sitting at home. You can follow USC on social media, right? Back in the Pete Carroll days, to get that USC vibe, you had to watch the game, be in tune to the game, or come visit on campus. Now you can catch a vibe when you there, after you there. It's so many ways to influence, and USC got the best production company. I mean, we make the best hype recruiting videos, right? And with technology advancing and the world advancing, and USC getting this NIL in a place like Los Angeles, like, we got, our potential is even more than back then. Our potential is even more than back then, because with social media and the world we live in right now, it's easier to make your brand a national brand. People sit on their phones all day now. It used to be people sitting in front of the TV and became couch potatoes, and you only seen what the masses wanted you to see, right? Now you can see whatever you want to see 24/7. So our recruiting potential power is even greater. Then come on, man, we got Aaron Donald showing up to practice, teaching kids. Aaron Donald is like, at this point, he's like an unpaid coach. Like, would you, like, Lincoln Riley get it done on the field this year? Because the only thing could stop this from being historical. Our class is finishing top 5 regardless of what happened on the field. I'm telling y'all that, because we got our money right and we got playing time to offer. So our class is gonna finish top 5 regardless. But if we competitive, make the playoffs, Big Ten championship, like, it's over. You know, and I'm not saying this as a fan. It gonna get back to where it gonna be boring for us till we get to the playoffs. Like back in the Pete Carroll days, it was boring. It even was boring when we made it to the Rose Bowl, because we knew we had to play a Big Ten team that wasn't gonna give us no competition. I remember USC getting cheated out of the playoffs, and we got to go to the Rose Bowl and face a Illinois, a Penn State, a Michigan, and you know what I'm saying, Ohio, whatever the Big Ten had to offer, and it was anticlimactic because we knew USC was gonna whoop up on the Big Ten. We knew they wasn't fast enough, right? So I remember watching Rose Bowls in this. Man, how many yards Joe McKnight gonna get? How many touchdowns Sanchez gonna throw? I watched the game just to see who was gonna go off. It was never no doubt in my mind in the Pete Carroll era, when we didn't make the championship and we played in a bowl game, that it was a foregone conclusion that we was gonna whoop on them, right? So that's what the world is scared of. USC is getting back to that. It's gonna get to the point to where we gonna be running through the Big Ten, bro, just like we used to do back in the day. And they go hate us, and I'ma love it. So USC fans that be on social media, save all your receipts. Follow these people, because I swear to God, when we start winning and dominating college football, they're going to hide. You're not going to see them commenting no more, right? When Tom decommitted from Oregon, people were still on the comments saying, oh, he ain't going to USC though, he going to Alabama, he going to this school, he going to, you know, right? And then as soon as he committed to USC, only USC fans in the comment. Oh, they say, oh, USC 3-star, you get all these 3 stars. As soon as we get a 4 or 5 star, only USC fans in the comments. So when these fans is out there talking shit on Twitter, follow them and say they tweet, because I promise you, it gonna come a day where USC is gonna be back dominant, and it's gonna be sooner and later. And once USC get back dominant, it's gonna be on the road, and USC dominance ain't gonna be predicated on no coach like Bama was, right? Bama ain't the same without Saban. It don't even feel like the same program. USC gonna be USC long as they got a great coach, right? So once we get back rolling, since we've been stopped before and we know what it feels like to have it rolling and to be knocked off, we ain't gonna never let this go. Jen Cohen, she know the past, she know experience. We gotta keep people around like Cohen that know the history and know how we lost the rope, how we lost it for a minute, and how long we was down, and how bad it was, and how hard we had to fight to climb up out that. And it took us 15 years, right? So once we get back, we ain't gonna never go back to how they had us down, and they gonna have to deal with us. They gonna have to deal with us. USC by itself is gonna be the new SEC, right? To where we winning the majority of the championships. I'm telling y'all, we get our stuff together, we go amass the best talent. Ain't no better place to play college football than LA. These little college towns ain't got nothing on LA. These kids, the majority of these kids do not want to live on Columbus, Ohio, or Tuscaloosa, Alabama, or Eugene, Oregon. These kids do not want to live there. They go there strictly because of the school, the tradition, all that, but they don't want to live there, right? So if USC can match everything else that everybody do, in which they do better, USC academics is better than most Blues Buds. Tradition is better or on par. USC check every box these other schools check. Plus, you got the location advantage. So USC running at 100% is the best choice. Only choice is better or equal is probably Miami. But you could say Miami ain't got the long tradition that USC got. Ain't a blue blood like USC. Ain't got the track record, right? They had a moment in time where they was great. Miami Prime is great as any, but USC been USC over several decades. Then USC had the advantage over Miami. But look at Miami in its prime. Why do you think Miami was able to hoard all that talent and be dominant? First of all, they in a talent-rich state, and they was able to lock that down and pick and choose from the best players around the country, because who would want to live in Miami during your college years? They was having a ball. So USC and Miami Hurricanes always had the most potential as far as recruiting and amassing talent and building dynasties. I don't know what Miami got going on. Matter of fact, Miami cool going on. Crystal Ball, they did pretty decent with Crystal. Miami on the rise too. And USC is that other sleeping giant, even a bigger giant than Miami. So y'all, if we get rider lines, I ain't gonna go on a rant. This wasn't what this video for. I'm just letting y'all know it's a massacre right now on a recruiting trail. And it seems like we just about getting whoever we want. I think if Ryder Lyons and Elbert Hill commit to us, I think we maybe need to slow down the offers or the commitments, maybe just a little bit, because that'll put us at 25. That's a traditional full class, even though it could go up to 35. But the regular traditional class growing up, you want to take somewhere at least like around like 25 players, right? So I think if we reach 25 this early this spring, unless we going unlimited, unless we going up to 40, unless we say we got the NIL, we got enough to bring in 40 kids, and we gonna have enough transferring out and kids graduating. I mean, we got to check the roster numbers. But if the limit is 35 and we already at 25, and it's still a gang of kids on the board that we still want. So Kenye Pepe, we still want him. Samuel Utu, we still want him. It's a lot of kids. Tanola, the linebacker, right? We want him. It's a lot of kids out there we still want. I know they want Peyton Dyer too from Penn State. Luke Sorensen, the tight end. Mark Bowman, the tight end. Like I could name this 10 off the head. Havon Finney, right? I could name 10 off the head that they still want. And with these two, we'll be at 25. So it's like the room is kind of filling up right now. I don't know if USC is overstacking because they feel like it's gonna be decommitments. So yeah, just forget it. No, forget everything I said. Just stack them up, because it's gonna be a few decommitments. But man, we getting everything we want, it seems like. So maybe we need to be a little more selective. You feel me? Maybe just a little bit, because man, it's somebody that's not on the radar right now that's gonna ball their senior season, and USC gonna like. It's gonna be a couple of players. So man, it's just great to have this problem. It's great to feel like, man, maybe we gotta slow down. Maybe we gotta start being more selective. You know what I'm saying? Because man, if we go out, man, we could get 40, 45 kids to commit it. That's probably too much for one class, right? So it's like, it's a wonderful problem to have. It's a massacre in recruiting. You see what a competent front office do? You see what a competent athletic department do? All this is a result of a competent and the athletic department that care. And I'm gonna say NIL right. Well, I feel like part of the reason the NIL right, because the people in the front office noticed the importance of the NIL and got on their bag. And we got to give USC credit, because it was a point to where our NIL wasn't good and we ain't been winning. So how did our NIL get good? Somebody in our athletic department is making a great pitch to the donors. Somebody is doing their job and convinced the donors, even in the 7-6 season, still convinced them that this is the place to be. USC is coming back. I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's a collection of Jen Cohen and Chad Bowden and Lincoln Riley and the new dude from Wisconsin. I don't know what it is. The coach, it's everybody. Because not too long ago, we was complaining about our NIL. We feel like we was NIL poor, and all of a sudden we balling with the NIL. Somebody got to get credit for that. If it's this one donor, two donors, a lot of donors, and whoever motivating them. Because something didn't change. And it ain't changed overnight, but something changed very quickly with our NIL. And we up. So it's just a massacre right now to see this live. This is what USC. So just imagine, y'all, I'm in y'all with this. Just imagine if we able to recruit like this in the 7-6 season. Imagine what we'll do if we win 10 games. Man, it's Carter Sports. It's Carter TV. It's SC. We gonna find out forever, man. And I'm out this thing.